it. You can not turning, and turning. So yeah, here we go. Gonna try to be pretty careful with this because it is a new lock. Fresh out of a Walmart bag, we have a drop off to Rekey to an existing key, a Brinks 2-knob, 2 single-cylinder deadbolt kit. So we are going to rekey it and check it out. Let's go ahead and look at the high security. ANSI grade 3. All key locks contain bump and pick resistant pins and a drill resistant pin. Let's focus on that. All keyed locks contain bump and pick resistant pins and drill resistant pin. Anti-price shield. Okay. Well, you know, guys, I hate to do this to you, but I'm about to find out if y'all are telling the truth or not. I don't really hate to do it to you because I hate false advertising. So when we open this up, it's kind of a tricky thing here. Let's see, maybe we can, okay, it's individually done. So I'm going to pull them all out, fresh out of the box, and then hopefully figure out how to get them back in there correctly. So these are move some of this other stuff. So what we have is the doorknobs, obviously. Here's our anti-price shield that they are referring to. That keeps somebody from accessing the latch. These are built on the Quickset platform. Oh, well, I might as well take it out, right? I need that, so I'm going to set that over here. Here's the packaging for each little individual one. So we've got 2 knobs. Let's take a look at what's in the packaging. We've got the Brinks latch, which again is your standard Quickset style latching mechanism. And 4 keys in this box. I wonder if they left, right. Keys work fine. These are keyed to, do they put the building? Yep, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is an absolutely wonderful bitting. Well, you know. Alright, so here is our screw pack. These 2 are for the knob. Then you have 2 short screws and 2 1¼ screws. So they do supply a little bit longer screws that is designed to go with your strike plates. And also they send a extra plate. This plate is to switch it out. If you have a square corner cutout, you would switch the plate out. And just your standard strike plate. Nothing really high security about that. Yep. These are my GoPro because my phone is full of memory from other ones. So same thing in this package. Make sure there's no keys. It'd be crazy if they sent 4 keys for each one. No, they didn't. Alright, so latch. And deadbolt. Looks like we have the anti-guard ring, so that is a thing. And it looks like we are going to have to unscrew the deadbolt from the packaging. Get out the way. Yeah, that's heavy duty. Alright, I'm going to leave everything else like it is because there's no reason for me to take that part off, which is the shielding that you would screw or attach to the deadbolt. I'm going to set, we don't want to lose our little screws to hold it back on. Nope. Oh. Anyway, mostly unimportant screw. And look at that. That is super thin metal. However, once you add, maybe if you add that around it, which is what you do before you put it on the door, it does extend out some, so I mean that'll help a little bit, but that is pretty much one of the thinnest ones I've ever, one of the lightest duty ones that I've ever felt. We have our standard Zamac mostly cut out cylinder, and of course our lovely bar mechanism, which we all know how that goes, meaning that the deadbolt latch is a square style. When you turn the key, it throws it out. This one, it says press on deadbolt with thumb while adjusting. Remove this decal after. Press on deadbolt with thumb. Press on deadbolt with thumb while adjusting back set. Usually you twist these. Yeah, you twist it. What does that mean, press on deadbolt with thumb while adjusting back set? Okay. Looks like we have a very small center core, which in my quick set video we cut some open. Most of that's designed for hacksaw. And here's our strike plates. Wow, okay, I'm impressed. I am somewhat super impressed. We have a metal backer plate as well as the thin plate. However, we have short backer screws. These need to be 3-inch for that. And then these other short screws hold that on. So we do have a little bit of a fail right there. These screws that are designed to go through here are definitely not long enough. So close. I'm amazed by that, but that kind of drops it to a lesser level. Really need 3-inch screws to be able to fully get into the jamb of the door. But other than that, is just a standard pack for installation. Let's get this back together and set these aside. So I am going to pause this for a second to make download easier. Oh shoot, I gotta put this back. And we'll be back to rekey these real quick to the provided key. And let's test out the anti-bump, anti-pick theory real quick. Sorry, my GoPro just cut off for some reason. I have not taken them apart yet, but I wanted to test out their contain bump and pick resistant pins and a drill resistant pin. So again, I don't do this on camera very often. And did I show you? Keys, I've not taken them apart yet. You can, not turning, and turning. So yeah, here we go. Going to try to be pretty careful with this because it is a new lock. And I don't want to damage the face of it or anything. Still good. There we go. Alright, so lock it back up, turn our key. Oh, memory low. That's when my thing is doing what it's doing. So we are locked up. So let's let's see how the pick resistant part of it is. And then I'm surely gonna check for a drill resistant pin. So as we can see, and we don't know whether it's that 2, 3, 3, 4, 5 bitting that's making this super easy to do, because really all you got to do is kind of but there it goes again. Alright, so you get the point. You get the point there. That is a complete fabrication. Alright, I'm going to try to go through this kind of quick now since I'm having super storage memory problems. This zinc cap very frequently will kind of wobble out, I guess you could say, the best way possible. Zinc on Zamac on crap other metal makes it wobble out really well. And I'm only going to take one of each one apart because, I mean, really, I've got to rekey on, or I've got to get out of here. I've got other stuff I've got to do. But let's go ahead and see about drill resistant pins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Take a quick look at each one of our bottom pins. I don't know how well that's going to show up in the GoPro, but it is heavily chamfered. Looks like a quickset pin almost. And we'll look at our plug. And I'm actually going to get a better photo of that. But pretty heavily rounded. And we have one, no, get back in the right hole. One nickel silver regular spring. One brass spool. One regular, where'd that spring go? There it is. Let's flip it around. This is our 5 pin, which is standard. And looks like number 4. So there we go. I'm gonna pause this and get a actual phone photo picture of this. Let's reload it with these super security same on both sides. These spools are not very effective. So I'm going to load it up just like it was, because it's a customer's choice to purchase a cheap brand. I'm hoping I'm in camera view here. Get down in there. Alright, so that was 3. This is 2. Which had the spool. And last but not least was our nickel silver pin, which is actually metal. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and key it to the customer's key, which has disappeared. It has disappeared. Alright, go ahead and rekey the other one. We're going to presume it is pretty much made up the same. And then we're going to check the doorknobs, because it looks like I'm going for 261, but I've actually got some 264s buried off in there. At least this key should be a little bit harder to pick since it's got a deeper cut in it, but given the fact that it has such sloppy tolerances, and given the fact the plug is heavily chamfered, I doubt that will be the case. I doubt there will be any problem with bypassing these. Towards the end of the, I don't know what the price point on these was. I've looked at Walmart, I've gone by and shaken my head. And when you're putting these on, you kind of got to be careful. See, watch right there. Look at that. It's closer on one side and further on the other. That is not because it's misthreaded. That is just because it is crappily produced. So I'll tighten it all the way down, back it off 1 notch, make sure my key spins freely all the way around, and give them a, before I put it back in the door, I'm going to hit it with a dose of lubricant, and we will probably choose a Walmart branded lubricant for that. You know, got to keep it together. Plus, I have no other use for some of the lubricants in my lube off video. Alright, well, and you know, here we go again. It was a bit harder, feels like. So maybe it's good that it was rekeyed. I'm not going to try this for very long because I also want to try the doorknobs, which the doorknobs are really the main thing there. Well, got harder to pick. There was no bump resistant pins in there. Oh, and also, if you will remember, we've got double bevel on these keys, and lab pins are single bevel, so that is good. It makes it harder. Obviously, with the pins with the bevel on both sides, makes it way easier to change. But I'm going to go ahead and go to this. Let's see, we're locked. Again, key. Very floppy in there. And we'll see what happens here. So, locked. Oh my gosh. Unlocked. Locked. Wait. Well, here. It's just as easy to do that. Did we get lucky? We must have. Let's go the other way, which is actually the unlocked position anyway, so. I must have gotten really lucky that first time, which is how it goes. There it goes. With bump keys. And but the funny thing is that was it was it 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, and a bump key is all the deepest cuts, so it actually should be kind of harder. Wow. Alright, taking this apart just like a regular quick set with this shield. You could unscrew it, but I don't want to take the time to do that, so I'm just going to kind of get down in there. Well, I may have to take the time to do that. I hate locks like that. Let's see. Alright, here's where we bend picks. No, I don't want to bend my pick that bad. Let's try it this way. There we go. Alright, just like a regular quick set. Pops it open. And do the other side. Freeze the video for download speed. And come on, knock out the rest of this Rekey and get on to way more important tasks than screwing around with Brinks blocks. I always put these right back. Turn it a couple of times, put it right back. And remove the clip. Hold on. And remove the clip. These use a funny little clip I've not tried to retrofit one with a standard quickset clip to see if it will work, but it looks like there is a hole that little tab goes down into. So probably would not be with my, there it is. Probably would not be. There's our plug. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're all the same pins as the deadbolt. Alright, we got the metal pin. Got really short spools. Really short pins, period. I'm leaving all the springs in there because they are not. I'm just going to take them out. They're really short springs. They're different springs than the deadbolts. And last but not least, just to verify that okay, that was a regular pin and a regular spring. Oh, there it is right here. Wow, I can actually, no, that's not it. Where'd it go? I don't see it, so I'm just going to use a replacement pin, but before it flew out of there, it was most definitely a whoops. Short pin. Alright, so let's load it back up. And shorter springs, like I said, shorter springs than the deadbolts. And the core is cut the same as the deadbolt. Has those little slits in it. The only thing these little bitty short springs cause is when you come back with regular, let's see, this was number 3, is if you have to replace a spring and you want to use a lab standard spring, which one was that? 2, that's your spool, super short spool with a rounded edge. Okay, I gotta get a picture. I gotta get a picture of that. One more picture, guys. Let's see if we can zoom in all the way. Nope, don't. Okay, I hope I got that picture, but I'm going to put it right here. But the point of that is a rounded spool does not do a whole hell of a lot. And number 1, with our super duper magnetic metal drill resistant pin. I'll pull this little spring out here and compare it to a standard lab spring if we were to have to replace it. It's quite a bit longer there. And I know that you got quickset short pins or short springs that you can order, but I do not really. Shit, get in there. Okay, 4 was this one. So long story short, if you're going to explode these, let's get a rail pan. That'll really throw off the picking on this one. And again, there we go, you know. It is what it is. You get what you pay for. Super easy to bypass, and totally not high security. Sorry, I may be out of camera. Totally not the high security. So anyway, thanks for watching. I'm going to wrap this video up because, like I said, I got to get out of here. This was just a drop-off that is probably going to go on a rental or something like that. No telling. I really need all new quickset pins here. Guess when I get my pinning kit out, I'll fill it up. Alright. Too loud, Jason. So loud. So unnecessary. Make sure the clip goes back in. And that is it for Defiant locks and their marketing hype, which you guys know, you should know. Just don't fall for stuff like that. It's not what it says it is. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. Y'all have a great one. Now I get to put all this back in boxes and try to get it over into there.